Hello everyone, welcome back again to my .NET Real World Example YouTube channel. So this is a same series of Python. Okay, so I'll explain one more point and one more important feature of Python in this session. Okay, so that is called as function and module. So how we can create a functions, how we can create import that outside of functions, how we can define the function, and so on. So we will learn and discuss over here. Okay, and also the modules, like how we can import other modules outside of the modules over here, and then how we can use that modules functions. Okay, so let's get started. First I'll just create a functions. Okay, so what I'll need to do, how we can define the function. So in Python, what you need to do, you just set as a if f, so it's called as a define, and then whatever function, like for example I just create a as a name like greet. Okay, and greet I pass it as a parameter the name, and then colon and this function, and then finally what we'll do, I'll return like for example hello, and adding this name, right, and then add this name also. We'll discuss one more point actually that I forget to mention over here. Yeah, that after learn like how we can create function, how we can import everything, so then we'll create a real world example, like well, real world example along with this functions and modules, how we can use as a real world example for these features. Okay, so that you can easily understand and you can use your real world project as well, so that okay. And okay, so that's fine, then create a function. So this, see, this is function is created. Now I need to call this function inside this method, but yeah, I'll show you in later in this session as well, how we can call that outside of this function as well, like this function and whatever I created, so I can create another script and I can use that one. Okay, so inside of this, how we can call this function is very simple. Like call as a result variable, and in this result variable just call this name, and see, it is passing any. Okay, so you can pass at any name, like for example .NET Real World Examples. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel name, so let's I call it here. And then what I need to do, I just print this one as a output. So result. Okay, so that done. Okay, so let me run this one and see the output. Okay, as expected or not. Okay, so let me call this is a function. So this is a file name, so this is a calling way, calling how we can call this is Python script. So this is a way, like you can use this Python full name or as well as shortcut and mention your file name. Okay, so then hit enter. See, I just added this hello plus .NET real world example. So whatever name I pass it, okay, that's actually adding this function and return back to here. Okay, so this is way actually create function and call this function inside this method. Okay, the then we'll learn like, outside of how we can call this method outside of this script. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to you I we have to understand, okay, just modules. Okay, how can define, how can actually import that modules. Okay, so let me import as a one inbuilt modules, like there's a many inbuilt modules over here, right, like for example is a math. Okay, so math also is a inbuilt module of here. So I import this one. Okay, like so this is a way, like you can use this import, then whatever module name you can use it. Okay, and then what you can do, I can use this math functions inside this module. Is that there is a many functions, right, so that I will use. So let me create a circle area. Okay, let me create a circle area variable, and then use that math dot. See, there's a many function in this math module. Okay, so what I will do, I will use this pi. Okay, and the pi, just put an star multiply 2 and 2 and then double star. Okay, this is a actually pi formulas. So let me do this. Okay, so see, the formula is done. Then now I need to print this one, the circle. Okay, circle area. Okay, and before print this one, so I'll just comment this example. Okay, so that our 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 output will only this modules output, right? So yeah, so let me comment that one. Okay, now see, it is done. Now let me run our application. See, whatever pi using this method, it is just calculating and thus give us the circle area. Okay, so this is a way actually to import modules and use that modules functions. Okay, and don't worry, I'll create a our inbuilt it is the inbuilt function, inbuilt modules, but yeah, we'll create our function, our modules, and we'll import and we'll use it. That also I'll show you. Okay, so okay, and then last actually there's another way I can use this function. Like see, it's have many functions, right? So this module has a many function will contain. So I just want to use only this particular, I don't want to use the whole function. So how we can do that, that is another one. So let me import, or just call it, name it is like see, the importing a specific function. So how we can do that, it is very simple. From math, so math is our modules. Okay, and import, what I will import, I will import the square function, or I will import any function. See, it is a many functions, right? So I just, for example, for demonstration perspective, I'll use that square. Okay, and here I again that square root, I will just find the square root. And then how we can do that, just square function use and pass it to whatever square, right? So I'll pass 16 and then print. Okay, so square root of 16. Okay, so what would be the output? So square root. So let me put that print. Okay, and let me comment this section as well, so that there is a no confusion in the output. Okay, so let me save it and clear that and call this function. See, the square root also given like that. Okay, 4.0. Okay, so this is way actually import module, inbuilt modules, and call create functions, everything, right? So now is another function, another important feature. Like see, this is inbuilt modules, right, which is import and using. But yeah, I want to see, these are another script which is I created in variable section. Okay, so if you don't know like how we can create variables, so you can watch in my YouTube channel, can see. Okay, so leave it that part. So see, I create a one function, right? So this is a one function where I calculate average. So I'll just pass the numbers. Based on the numbers, this will return a calculation. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just comment whatever inside calling this function. Okay, so this is a simple C. It's nothing in this file, in this script, just pure calculate average function. Okay, so go to your function modules. Okay, here just comment everything. Okay, okay. So now I'll calling our own functions, right? Own functions, yes, own functions. Okay, so how we can do that, it's very simple. Like same way, import whatever our functions name. Like see, it is a variables name, so you can just put as a variables. Okay, and then store as a calculate as a variable. And what is our calculator function name is variables dot. See, once you use this module, so it will showing the all the methods. So use that method and then pass it to your average. Like so 10, 20, 40, 60, and 30. So it will return an average. Okay, so let me print this one, calculate, oh sorry, yeah, calculate average actually. So let me name it as a output, like calculate average. Okay, and then finally sprint. Okay, and let me clear all, and then just use this function. See, it is written and calculate average. Okay, so see, my function is outside of this script. Okay, and then I just import and use it. Okay, see, this is a very simple concept. Okay, and very straightforward also, so you can use that. Okay, so this is the all the concept of modules and functions. So now I'll just create for this, functions, modules, everything. I'll just create a real world example actually. So what is the scenario actually? Scenario is what I want to do. I want to create one. I'll create a task manager application allow to user to add, view and manage task. Okay, so let me give in to here like what I need to trying to do over here. Okay, so see, so let me break here, or let me go over here, let me break as well. Okay, so see what I'm trying to do over here in real world example, what I will create. So this is a one scenario, like we'll create a simple task manager application that allow user to add, view and manage task. Okay, so how we can achieve that? It is very simple. So what I need to do, I need to just create one. Okay, so before that everything I commented, right? Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So what I need to do, first I will just import operating system. Okay, while import I will tell you, not issue. So let me import first. So this is an import, how we can import, we already learned. Okay, then what I will do, I'll just create a task array. Okay, so this is a task array, simple empty task array, so that whatever our list, I'll just import over here, I will add it over here. Okay, and then I'll just create a function. So I will create a function. This is def add and then task. Okay, and inside the task I'll just pass the task. Okay, and whatever task I pass it, that will add to inside this task. Okay, so it is very simple, like task, or let me, it is a not a task, it is task actually, because it is a array. So task dot append and add this task. Okay, so this is simple. And then finally I'll call it to save task. Okay, so I need to create one more function, so that whatever I added over here, that could be a save. Okay, so that save function, let me first create a save function. Okay, so let me create save task. Okay, let me call this. Okay, this is not implement. Okay, let me end this function. Okay, so this is a way to create. Okay, so one task I guess, let me task task. Okay, so this is way. Okay, this is the way to create a function, right? So I just create a one function, then I need to create another function, the save task, right? So let me create another function like save and task, right? Whatever name I just created, same I use it over here. And then here, uh, okay, not like that. Okay, it is, and this here. And then what I will do, I will save this task to in our text file, right? So that's why I create another function. So whatever I edit over here in this array, I'll save it to in our text file. So how we can do that? It is very simple. With open. Okay, I already explained in previous session like how we can create and then open file and read file. Okay, so you can go to over there. So I just create a file .txt. Okay, so as of now, see, there is a no txt file, but once I create, I'll just fire this run application, definitely this will create. Okay, so that I'll writing a code. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just mention as a file name, and then I'll just, what I want to do, I want to just create. Okay, I want to write. So there's a write, read, everything over here, right? So what I want to do, I want to write as a file. This is a syntax actually, and then end with this colon, and then for the task in task, whatever our array, right? So in here, what I will do, I'll just file dot write, and then what I will do, I'll just task to plus, you know uh, whatever task just add it, and then end with slash n, because I just want to new line, right? I just put and this with the new line. Okay, so this is done. So see what I'm trying to do, just create a save function, and this save function whatever it will open. Okay, and open and will write. Okay, and this write what will write, so whatever file, so write whatever task with this and in the new line. Okay, so this is very simple save, which is I'll save to over here. And one more things I need to do, I have to create one more function which is return to all the task, right? So let me create that one also. Define list of task. Okay, and then end and that return whatever task. Okay, so this is another function. So let see, I just create a add task, I just create a list task. Okay, it will return disk and it is a save task. Okay, so this three function has created. Okay, and one more things I have to do, so I have to create one more function actually. Okay, so that call is load task, right? So see, this is save task, list task. Yeah, one more function I need to create a load task. Okay, so why I'll create a load task, I'll explain, don't worry about that. So let me create first. Okay, so let me create the load task. And what I'm trying to do over here in the load task, first I will check like if, so see I just use that OS, right? Why I'm using OS, so now it's role of that OS, why I'm using that OS. So OS dot path. Okay, so it will check actually, so it is exist like whatever file before adding. Okay, so we have to make sure like it is exist or not. Okay, so let me check that one, like if path exist. Okay, so this file if it exists, like so whatever file name, so this is a task file. Okay, so let me task, not task, let me change it to task. Okay, so whatever file name you can just put, I'll just for example I just put it over here. So this is task, and then similar what I need to do, uh, I just end this here. So I just checking actually here, like if this file exists or not. If it exists, okay, then what I need to do, just open, and then I'll just read this file, and I just read this file. Okay, txt, and then r r for read actually. So I'll just trying to read. Okay, if it exists then read as a file. Okay, and then what I will do, I'll just looping through this file data. Okay, to append in our task, in our array, right? So let me task dot append. Okay, for line in files. Okay, so whatever, so see, it is just load task means that whatever file we have stored is a file in these files. Okay, so that will get all the data, and the data will what we'll trying to do in line by line. What I'm trying to do, I will just add in our arrays. Okay, so let me end this loop. Okay, and then what I need to do, task, let me create a variable task, and then line line and strip. Okay, so that it's strip, and it's separate the line. Okay, and then what I need to do, the task dot append. Okay, and then whatever the single line, it will just edit. Okay, so that is done. Also this need to close here. Okay, so let me close here so that you can see full screen. Okay, so see, this is very simple, and simple function, so which is I'm trying to get like if it is exist or not. And if it is exist, then what I'm trying to open this file and get this data, and line by line we have to edit in our in this array, right? So that is done. Now finally what I need to do, I just load this file, right? Is I call this file, this call this function to load while your function will exit uh, while your script will run, right? So let me call, like I can call directly like this way. Okay, so call like this way. Okay, okay, now I need to create some user interface so that user can, based on the options, like I'll just given the option like user, like okay, user want to uh, what user want. Okay, so like that, for example, see, for example, like see, the application will run and showing that it is a task manager application. Okay, and then if you user put one, so it will allow to add task. If put the two, so that means if we show the all the list task, and then three means that application will quit. Okay, so what I need to do, I'll just using that while loop so that this application run and run again and again based on this here. Okay, and then what I need to do, I just create a variable choice and then ask to input. Okay, this is a way to ask to user to get the input. Okay, so enter your choice. Okay, and then what I need to do, I just check this choice, right? Whatever choice, that is what, like what user has input, right? So if user input one, so what I need to do, I just task, whatever task they want to input, so I also get this task from the user, right? Again another input, and then ask to, okay, enter your task, right? And then just colon, and then that's it. Okay, and then I'll just get that task, and then what I will do, I will call this add task. Okay, and add task will add this task. Okay, and this add task, I'll explain you like how is behaving actually. See, the add text go to, if you go to, okay, let me first the end this function. Okay, so what will the end of this function, so task has been added. Okay, so once it is added, so see, user will choose one, so it will call this function. And where is our function? Our function is this. So what it will do, it will just call this function, pass it to do, it will add it here, and then call to save function, save task, and this save task will add into in our text file, right? Right in the text file. Okay, so this is one. Then what I will do, I'll just call the another one like else if, right? Else if choice equal if it is 2, right? If it is 2, so what will happen, it will call that another function, right? So read the data. So how we can read the data, so let me show in first of this is a task. Okay, this is a task. Okay, and then what I need to do, I need to iterate to loop through and get the data. Like how we can do that is very simple. For I can use that I4, and then use the task in enumerator, enumerated, and here I just pass that list of tasks. So where is our list of tasks? You can see it is a list of task is here, right? So whatever task I have added, so it will get over here. Okay, and the list of task will get over here and here pass it to, iterating. So I'll just iterate number and call it to here. And then finally what I need to do, I just print whatever task we are getting from there, I'll just get from here. Okay, so how we can do that, it's very simple. It is the interpolation, I will use here the interpolation. So using the interpolation Python, you can use f and then use this. Okay, so this is I, and then it is dot, and then mention your task. Okay, and this is done for this choice as well, choice selection. And then finally uh, else if, okay, if else if another condition, if choice is a 3, right? So user can choice 3 as well. So then colon, and what we'll do, it just print goodbye because it is a quit, right? Quit your functions. So let's goodbye. Okay, so application will close over here and break, so that it will loop, actually exit the loop. Okay, and also the finally what I will do, if user not choose any of them. Okay, so what I'll do, just, okay, so what I need to do, not else if, just else, because if it is not match, so then finally print it is a invalid choice, please try again, right? So yeah, so this is overall. Okay, so is something mismatch, like see, is a Python, one more things you have to take care, like see, if you writing something in like if you start of if else condition, right? So it should not go outside of that, see, it should inside of this line actually. So this is a magic of this uh, actually in Python, because it's using this in, you know, it is not using like that in our C sharp or other language like use that a code block, right? So it is understanding, okay, if you if you put in state line of this start function, so definitely he understand, okay, this is here his code block actually. So like this way actually. Okay, so that is done. So let me run this application and see, and also see there is a no file, right? So that text file, so that also will be generated as per. So let me run and see. I'll can see this task manager and choice option, right? So once I choose two, first I'll choose two. Okay, so see, there's a no task, right? Because as of now empty. Okay, and now what I will do again is asking me, so let me I add one. Okay, one I put one, so it will asking me to enter your task. So this is my Python program. Okay, and then hit enter. See, it is showing me task has been added. Okay, and once it's added, see, you are able to see as well like task file, and also see the task file also enter this task, right? So let me close. And also what I will do, I'll just enter one. Now is this time I'll enter one, so that task, whatever task, it will show. Okay, so again I'll just put a one for adding task. So let me add another task. So this is Python modules and function series, right? So let me add something like that. Okay, and if you go to task file again, see, the two line is exist. Okay, the two task is added. Okay, so now put is two, you will able to see task is edit. Okay, the task is edit is two line also retrieve. Okay, so like that. Okay, and once you press 3, it will quit application and it is a say goodbye. Okay, so this is a way actually you can use a real world example like function modules, everything. So this is script also I will mention in our video description, so if you require you can use it and learn it more and more. And as of now, so that is done for this session. Okay, and the more and more we'll learn in next in this series. So keep tuning and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Okay, thank you.